new Samsung Galaxy S6 Edge. All right, now this is the new heavy hit on the block. This is a big boy right here. First up, let me tell you about the price. Now, I ordered this off contract from Sprint. It cost $768 plus tax. So you're looking at $800 and change. Now, that price is ridiculous. All right, that's a ridiculous price, but you already know the rules to the game. You got to pay to play. All right, this is a heavy hitter right here. First, let's talk about presentation. All right, no more wood grain box with Samsung. You got a plain white box, nice and classy. I'm feeling that. Everybody knows I like a nice box. Now, I went with the 32 gig version. That's pretty much all I need. Okay, now, if you ever seen any of my videos, you know I hate talking about specs. But since this is an unboxing video, let's get to the main specs that you need to know, and the best place to find those are right on the back of the box. Okay, so this is 4G LTE capable. If you live in a neighborhood that has Sprint Spark, you're going to be able to use Sprint Spark, so that's a win right there. You got a 64-bit octa-core processor, which is 2 quad-core processors together. Okay, you got a 5.1-inch Quad HD Super AMOLED display, and everybody knows how I feel about Super AMOLED displays. Those are the best. All right, in my opinion, those are the best. Samsung always kills it with those displays. Now, you got a 16-megapixel camera on the back. You got a 5-megapixel camera in the front, and this phone features wireless charging. Okay, so that's crazy right there. And you also have Samsung Knox capable. You got a 32 gig memory, and it's running Android 5.0 Lollipop. All right, so that's the basic specs that you need to know. So let's pop this open. Now, fresh off vacation, shout out to the little unboxing knife. He's back on the set. Let's do this carefully, though, because everybody knows that one day we're going to sell this phone. We're going to put it right back in the box, and we're going to list it on Craigslist as mint condition. All right, so let's see if we can open this up without damaging it. All right, this one has 2 pieces of tape on it. Let's take it right back to the little unboxing knife. Okay, slide this out. Okay, got a little Samsung branding right there. Pop this open. Okay, now I went with white on this version also. All right, I'm switching back to white phones this year. Let's see what you get inside. Y'all already know what's coming. Fellas, ladies. The usual books and shit. No reason to read those. File those to the side. Like I said in the S6 video, keep everything nice and neat for the resale factor. All right, you got your SIM ejection tool. All right, now if you're with Sprint, you ain't gonna need this. Shout out to Samsung. Y'all know how I feel about free headphones. So we got some free headphones. Now I'm actually not even gonna open these. You can see the earbuds. No reason to open these. I'm never gonna use these. I'm gonna leave them in the box. Whoever's lucky enough to buy this phone for me when I'm done with it is gonna get some free headphones. You also have your micro USB charger, charging cable, and of course, the Samsung Fast Charge. All right, now if you never used a phone with Samsung Fast Charge, trust me, it works. All right, it's the truth. Your phone is on 10%, plug it in the charger, come back 30, 40 minutes later, and you at 40, 50%. It's crazy. All right, so Fast Charge is a definite win. Now, so that's it for the inside the box. Like I said, I'll leave everything like this. I'm not even gonna use, I got another fast charger ready, so I'll leave everything like this. Put this back, store this somewhere, and when I'm ready to sell the phone, put it right back in here. Now, let's take a look at the actual phone. This is my first time seeing this. I haven't seen it in the stores. Haven't watched too many videos on it. Dying to see what this one looks like. All right, so let's take the plastic off. Now, the same glass back like the S6. Definitely feeling the back of this. All right, I love this build. You got the aluminum around the sides. Okay, the bottom of the phone looks exactly like another phone that we have on deck. All right, y'all know what I'm about to show you. iPhone 6. Bottom looks exactly the same. iPhone is very reminiscent of an iPhone 6 with the build quality, but this is the top of the line Samsung build phones that I use yet. All right, before that, it was the Note. The last, the Note 4 was the best built Samsung phone. Now the S6 and the S6 Edge is taking that title. All right, loving it. The back of the phone, you got your 16 megapixel camera. And like I said, don't get worried about the specs and wrapped up into, okay, this phone got 20, this one got 16 to 20 megapixel camera must automatically be better. No. All right, and I'll give you a quick example. I'm not gonna go too deep into this, but I'll give you a quick example of a phone that has higher megapixel camera but takes worse pictures. HTC One M9. Now I'm gonna do the real review for this on Friday. But trust me when I tell you, I haven't even used this phone yet, and we already know how Samsung cameras operate. It's going to be better. All right, the HTC One M9 camera is not the worst, but 20 megapixel, it's not as good as it sounds on paper. Okay, so on the back of the phone, you got your 60 megapixel camera, you got your LED flash and your sensor. On one side, you got your volume up and down. On the other side, you got your power button. On the top, now this is the only difference between the S6 and the S6 Edge. This is one of the differences. On the top, you got your IR blaster, and here's your SIM on the top, as opposed to your SIM on the side with the S6. But keep in mind, this is the Edge phone, so they had to put it on the top. So you got an IR blaster, you got your 5 megapixel camera, you got your sensors, and you got your new updated Samsung fingerprint scanner. Now, if you see my video for the S6, this fingerprint scanner actually works. All right, so I don't have to talk about it too much in this video because I already talked about it in the S6 unboxing. Fingerprint scanner actually works. I'm loving it. I'm loving that feature right there. Now, the most important part of this phone is the Edge. So let's power this up, see if we got any battery juice. Okay, fresh out the factory, got some juice on here. This is the Edge. Okay, now let's look at them both together. Okay, you see the difference? You got full screen. All right, the Edge wraps around the side of the phone. Okay, let's get rid of this real quick. Okay, so that's the main difference is the Edge. Okay, you get that curved display. You see it? Look at that curve. So that's what you're paying the extra $100 for, the curved display, and you got some more features with the Edge. All right, and we'll get into that when I do the real review. We'll get into all the features. Now, it's not the same, don't get it confused, as the same features on your Galaxy Note 4 Edge. Now, this Edge is a little bit different. This only has one edge, but this Edge is way more functional than the Edge on the S6. Okay, you got a lot more features and functionality out of this Edge. But keep in mind, this is only one edge on the Note. So you got this edge, this side is flat, but way more functionality out of the Note Edge. Okay, but anyway, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pause the video real quick. Let me drop some of my information in here and we'll take a look at the home screen and the menus and all that, and we'll see what it looks like. Okay, so I just put some of my information in the phone. Now let's test it out. One thing I forgot to mention real quick, no removable battery, no expandable memory. All right, so what does that mean? You can't take the battery out and you can't put a micro SD card in. Now, is that a big deal? No, not the biggest deal in the world. I would have loved to have seen those features, but if you look at one of my favorite phones, the Google Nexus 6, one of my top 3 heavy hitters right here, no expandable memory and no removable battery, and I still love it. Okay, so same thing on the S6 Edge. Now, let's check the fingerprint scanner, make sure that it works. Works perfectly. Y'all don't know how important that a feature is to me. I'm really feeling that. Now, basically what you're paying for when you buy S6 Edge as opposed to buying the S6 is you're paying for these edges. All right, not only does it just look extremely beautiful, you do have some edge functionality. Now, once I put all my contacts in, when I do the real review, you'll see how it looks a little bit better. This is hot. All right, this is definitely sick. But the only thing I'm a little bit disappointed is if you take a look at, say, my Note Edge, the Note Edge is way more functional. All right, you got all your apps right here. You can swipe down. You got your ruler, your timer, your flashlight and everything. Way more functionality with the Note Edge. But, you know, whatever. It is what it is. All right, so the S6 Edge right out the box, build quality, top dog status. All right, best build quality of any Samsung phones yet. The S6 and the S6 Edge, best built Samsung phones yet. Now, I've only been playing with it for a minute, but it seems pretty fast, no lag. Everything opens up nice and quick. You got the same thing with this phone, the quick launch for your camera. All right, so all y'all world star hip hop cats out there, when you see that fight going down, press the home button twice, camera opens up immediately. All right, faster than you could blink. All right, so that's a win right there. Now, of course, before we get out of here, let's do a usual size comparison. Of course, S6 and S6 Edge, pretty much exactly the same. All right, exactly the same, except for those edges. All right, take a look at the sides. You see on the S6, some nice thick sides, and this one has the curved edges. All right, so when you're holding them in the hand, they both feel the same weight, but I'm loving the Edge. The Edge just feels badass. All right, now let's start from smallest to biggest in my lineup. Of course, iPhone 6. All right, pretty much same size. Put them side by side. The S6 Edge is a little bit taller, but they pretty much feel the same in the hand. All right, now I don't like to use all measurements, exactly which one is the, the specific measurements, but I like to see how it feels in the hand. And when you're holding them in the hand, they pretty much feel the same. All right, so pretty much the same size. If you're looking for a 5-inch phone, then you got your choice between that S6, S6 Edge, HTC M9. Matter of fact, I got the M9 right here. Let's pull out an M9. All right, same size. M9 has a little bit more weight to it, but M9 pretty much has to me, M9, if I had to pick one of build quality, I'll probably go with the M9. Even though I'm definitely feeling this new glass back kind of makes you have a flashback of the iPhone 4. But I don't know. HTC always kills me with the build quality, just the best. All right, the best build quality, HTC. Now, let's see. Other phones, heavy hitters out here. LG G3. This is still a heavy hitter. G4 coming out soon though. But LG G3 is still a heavy hitter. All right, almost the same size. Pretty much same weight in the hand. Now let's get to the big boys. All right, we'll start with iPhone 6 Plus. All right, this is huge. Huge phone. Okay, weight-wise, iPhone 6 is heavier, way taller. All right, tight pants committee. This one is going to take up a lot more space in your tight pants as opposed to the S6 Edge. Everybody else, they'll fit the same in your pockets. Let's go to some more heavy hitters right here. Note 4. All right, keep Samsung family right here. Note 4. All right, S6 Edge. A lot smaller than the Note 4. Of course, though, we already knew that. I'm just doing this so y'all can see what it looks like. All right, S6 and S6 Edge. I mean, S6 Edge and Note 4 Edge. Note 4 Edge way bigger. All right, way bigger. Way bigger and more edge. If you look close, all right, more edge on the Note Edge. All right, so if you want to know which one is edgier, the Note 4 has more edge. All right, if you understand what that means. Now for one of my favorite phones, Galaxy. Google Nexus 6. All right, yeah, I know it's 3:30 in the morning. All right, that's where I should be sleeping right now, but I'm up playing with toys. All right, nope. Samsung Galaxy S6. Let's get through this. All right, let's get through this. Samsung Galaxy S6 Edge, Google Nexus 6. Okay, this is the biggest phone that I got right here, Nexus 6. Towers over it, way heavier, but definitely a top dog right here. So fresh out the box, if I gotta rate this, let's try this one more time. Oh boy, y'all don't know how much I'm digging the actual working Samsung fingerprint scanner. Because you remember on the Note when you had to swipe it like this? I would say if I had to put it into percentage, I would say my Note fingerprint scanner worked about, I'll say 80% of the time. Now that seems like a high number, but that other 20% of the time is, when you jump out of your friend's car and you realize you left something in the car and he's driving down the block, you pull out your phone to quickly call him before he gets too far, and you swipe it and it doesn't open. That one moment right there, I don't care if your phone worked all day long, that one moment that it didn't work, that'll make you deactivate it, and that's exactly what happened to me, and that's why I stopped using my Note fingerprint scanner. But this one seems like it's going to work perfectly, so we're going to put it back in full effect. All right, fresh out the box on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm feeling this. All right, I can't give y'all a full number and all that just yet. I never do anyway. But I gotta wait till I do the real review. We'll see if this has any of that classic Samsung lag. So far, I haven't seen any, but haven't really done anything yet. So we'll see if it has any lag to it. We'll get through all of the features. We'll play with it, and we'll give y'all a real review probably next week. Also, this is another phone that I got all the cases already on deck. All right, I went crazy with the cases before the phone even dropped. So we're going to get into all the cases. All right, so let me know what y'all think about the S6 Edge. Okay, what y'all think about this? Hit me up in the comments. Let me know. We got the S6, S6 Edge. We switched up to the white versions this year. Shout out to everybody that rock with me on Facebook, Foursquare, Twitter, Google+. Shout out to all the Google gangsters I see out holding down that Facebook page. Shout out to everybody hitting me up on Voxer. And a special shout out to everybody rocking with me on Instagram. Y'all know that's where I'm at full time, 100% full throttle. And a special shout out to everybody rocking with the Amazon Warrior on Sundays. Y'all already know, Stream Gangsters on deck. Get your drinks ready. Shout out to my cat Xerxes. She wanted to be in the show. Now she dipped off. All right. For some reason, I don't know, fellas. Let me know if it's just me. If you have a cat, for some reason, my cat is attracted only to white phones and white wires. All right, now, if I have all of my phones plugged in, she'll leave them alone. If I have a white cord, she's going to go chew it up. So iPhone cords, the MacBook cord, the Galaxy cords. For some reason, she chews them up. Let me know if y'all cats have the same problem and what y'all do about it. All right. Oh, yeah, one more thing. I almost forgot. Fellas, ladies, say it with me. All y'all haters, all y'all trolls,